everybody. Welcome to Impossible Coin.
It's
a
our
shame
birthday.
Wait, what? Who? What?
It's our birthday. Happy birthday to us.
Yeah, that's it. It's true. It's true.
Okay, hold on.
If you're sitting around going like, "Man, I've had my Switch for a while," you've also had us for a while.
Yeah, we've been here.
It's true.
That's fine, but
I
think our birthday was actually 2 weeks ago, guys. But I'm gonna make sure.
No, I don't think it was 2 weeks ago. I think it's actually in the future from where we're recording it, but in the past of when this is released.
I'm lost.
The first episode of Impossible Coin was uploaded to Libsyn on February 17, 2017.
Oh, wow.
The next episode was released on March 2nd, 2017, which was called Brian Did Nothing Wrong.
So it is sort of our birthday.
However, probably the inaugural episode, the one that both of you are remembering, is the first time that we sat down and talked about the same game at the same time, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, on March 6th, 2017.
Amazing.
We
missed our birthday.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I celebrate it in my own little way, but I didn't say anything about it.
Why didn't you say anything about it? We could have celebrated it together as a family.
You know what? We could talk about that off the show. I'm not emotionally prepared to do that right now.
Trauma. Okay.
That sounds heavy. Fuck.
Traumatized our friend. Oh no.
It's okay.
The worst.
Yeah.
So what's up with you guys? What's happening?
Well, apparently I've got like a panini-sized problem, which is going to need to be addressed off air.
Paninis are delicious and probably an honor to consume. So you know what? I think we're going to be okay.
All right, fantastic. Well,
actually, let's open with that. What's everyone's favorite sandwich? Mine's an Italian sub.
I don't eat sandwiches
at all. You don't eat things in between bread?
Not typically, no.
No, but I thought you said you liked that strawberry pudding sandwich.
I do. No, it's not a strawberry pudding sandwich. No, it's it's a strawberry cream sandwich. It's a fruit sando. I do like those. But it's not my favorite sandwich.
What's your favorite sandwich?
I don't think I have. Probably a grilled cheese. I don't know. I really like the Sierra turkey sandwich from Panera, but they don't make it anymore.
Okay, so that's okay. If your favorite sandwich is extinct, that is a tragedy.
But my favorite sandwich is extinct, and Panera won't sell me the Chipotle mayo to do it myself. So
what? No. What is this? I will. It's a Panera turkey. What is it?
It's a Sierra turkey sandwich. It is red onion, arugula, turkey, and Chipotle mayo. But they don't sell the Chipotle mayo. That's it. That's the whole sandwich, and it's on a Asiago cheese bun.
Oh, Rocky's gonna get this shit on lock and make it for you. It's gonna be
hell yeah!
I think I've already found a serviceable recipe, but I'm not sure yet.
Amazing.
I had to take it to the lab, but it took me, I think, a second.
Amazing. But yeah, that was the sandwich I would get all the time. Good sandwich. I get with half onions though because I don't like that many onions.
That's fair. I hear that.
Rocky, it's a very difficult question that you have posed. Favorite sandwich? Damn.
Well, it's a shame that we're on a podcast, so there's no way we could ever discuss it or figure out the reasoning behind your love for your sandwich.
Grilled cheese with American sharp cheddar and Gouda.
Okay, I do want to just double check here, Tegan. So if there was a real, honest to God Sierra turkey sandwich and a grilled cheese as you just described, you would still take the grilled cheese.
No, I would take the Sierra turkey sandwich. Well, is there soup? Is there soup? Is there tomato soup for me to dip the grilled cheese in? Because if there's soup, then I will take the grilled cheese.
There can be soup.
Okay. If there is soup, then the grilled cheese. But if there is no soup, the Sierra turkey sandwich.
Okay, so I'm sticking with the Sierra turkey sandwich because the question, once again, was what was your favorite sandwich? I think we're going to stick with that one.
I'm just going to start naming sandwiches that I made that were really good.
Yeah, that's fine.
A hot peanut butter marshmallow fluff sandwich with potato chips inside.
Okay.
That's also very good. You toast the bread and then you put the peanut butter on the one side and the fluff on the other side so that it gets a little melty, and then you put the potato chips in the middle and you put it together.
Real. Also, hold on 1 second.
Mhm.
Brian, have I told you the good news about Hoagie Gurus?
About what? What?
While I don't like fucking with Meta, one thing that has given me some joy over the past couple of years is a Facebook group that seems to be entirely made up of middle-aged men with with an appreciation for sandwiches, called Hoagie Gurus, where they just traverse the country and share photos of hoagies as like defined in like the group
Oh.
over Facebook, and talk about them. That's the entire group. I don't remember if I've actually talked to you about them before.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna grab some Hoagie Guru stuff while you are pondering your favorite sandwich.
You have accidentally unlocked me yelling about something unrelated. But I will give.
Cool.
I will use this as an opportunity to continue to ponder the sandwich question.
Mm-hmm.
Because you mentioned Hoagie Gurus is a Facebook group.
Yes.
I have Facebook so deeply quarantined on my telephone now. I hate Facebook so much.
Yeah, that's fair. I hear you.
Like I think I've got it inside of like 3 layers of folders. And the deepest folder is labeled "This is bullshit." I'm not even kidding. I hate Facebook so much, and I think that Facebook has reached its final form now because you have to click 3 different buttons just to see a feed of things that people have posted.
Yeah.
Because its default position is to literally just feed you garbage that it thinks will make you angry.
Yeah.
And for me, that means that when I fire up Facebook, if I do not find these secret 3 buttons to see things posted by friends and family, then what it shows me is a stream of right-wing content because it knows I will hate it.
Yeah.
And it thinks that if it shows me that, then what I will do is I will granddad post, and I will go into contents and be like, "Well, you support Drumpf," and do shit like that. And I'm like, "No, Facebook, no, I'm not going to get into an argument on fucking Facebook."
Yeah, right.
And the other thing it shows me are these terrible AI-generated photos of old people crying, holding birthday cakes.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, this is Eloise. She's 97 years old.
Yeah, okay.
No one likes her or loves her.
Yeah.
She is alone on her birthday.
Yeah.
She baked a cake. Won't you leave her a comment?
Yeah.
And I swear to God, if anything has ever made me want to drive to Facebook's headquarters, shit in my hand, and throw it at their fucking window, it is these this is Mabel Lee Sourpuss. She's 145 years old.
Yeah.
She loves it. It's her birthday, and here's her cake that she baked herself. Look, it's got a 145 on the top. Isn't that nice? She's so sad. She's so sad. Fuck you, Facebook.
I would get why you wouldn't want to hang out on Facebook. I don't.
Your Facebook is so weird.
It's really.
Why is
Kristen, I'm
it
so
like
sorry.
that?
I don't know, man. They want Brian to yell at Facebook so bad. They heard Brian was out here yelling, and they want him. They want him in the field. That's crazy to me.
Nope.
No.
You can't have me. Can't have me.
Okay.
Basically, Facebook is the most reliable way to find out what the fuck is going on with my sister.
Yeah.
And
fair.
for some reason, grandfather of the show, Joe Spiro, he must have some significant amount of boomer DNA. Because there is a good chance that if I receive a message from Joe, it's a 50-50 shot that it's going to come in via Facebook.
Yeah, he's just locked into Meta. If you use Instagram, it'll probably show up the same way. That's mostly how me and him.
And I'm just fucking Facebook. And that is my reaction now to Facebook at all times. It's just fucking Facebook. Just there's the variation on the old person cake thing. They also do young child who is forgotten by their parents.
Yeah.
There's They're like, here's Tiny Tina. She's a home alone on her birthday because her parents hate her, so she baked her own cake.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is with these AI generated alone on their birthday pictures? What the fuck?
There was like a news article I think that ended up on Aftermath, I think a couple weeks ago, where it was like the most popular like post on Meta. It was got like 600 million like impressions or something. It's this AI generated like photo of like a baker who made this like bread horse.
Yes, the bread horse. Oh my fucking god, the bread horse.
Yeah.
What are you talking
Tegan,
about?
it's okay. I have it. I'm gonna post it in this chat. Also, Brian,
this sounds horrifying.
That's why Brian hates it.
What is wrong with you guys?
It's not us, okay?
Okay, yeah. Sure? Are you sure?
Yes, Tegan. I'm so sure.
I've been on Facebook and I haven't seen any of this. I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's fair. I get what you're saying.
What you are doing is blaming the victim.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'll acknowledge that I'm blaming the victim. What are you doing at the Devil's Sacrament, though?
We're just on Facebook.
Shit. That is also victim blaming.
We're just on the internet. We're just hanging out. And like, it's just, I don't know, Meta decides that this is the type of stuff that they want to show to everyone. And like, the bread thing, I think is actually like it's supposed to be like a sad story where like no one appreciate the bread horse. Can you appreciate the bread horse? And then there's like more bot comments and it's like, God bless you and this bread horse. It's going to see prosperity. And it's like, dog, shut the fuck up. Like
the robots are talking to each other. Just leave them alone.
It's not even that. Like, I'm not involved in the conversation. I just know it's real and it shouldn't be. That's my point. Oh, man.
Like, if there is going to be a bread horse, and there shouldn't be a bread horse.
Right.
If there's going to be a bread horse, it should not be an AI-generated photo on fucking Facebook. It should instead be a Pokemon that one must catch.
Like, no. Disagree. If there's going to be a bread horse, what the fuck is that?
That's what we fucking said. Listen to us, man.
First of all, that shouldn't exist. Second of all, if there's going to be a bread horse, it should be made by that guy who makes things out of chocolate.
No, that guy's cool. If that guy made the bread horse, we wouldn't be talking about it, even though it's incredible work and it would have been fun and interesting and blah blah blah. But no, this is garbage, and it's out. I'm yelling. I'm like on sports shouting. Let me come back.
No, do it. Sports shout. Go for it.
No, this is fucking real. This is real.
This is real.
No, it's not.
The bread horse is not real.
No, like, okay, the bread horse is real. But the rage inspired by this horse shit.
I see. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I got confused for a second. I was like, that's not real. That's clearly not real. What are you talking about? That's not how bread works.
See, Tegan, that's where we were. We were there like a minute ago. Do you remember?
Oh, God.
New record!
Oh, my God. Oh, man. Okay, anyways, I'm back. It's fine. I also posted the article, which was from Kotaku, not Aftermath. My bad. But they wrote up that this bread horse, if you add up all the, like, at least it was like the day after it was posted. It was actually, I think it was actually like January like 18th. Let me just check the date here. No, it was published a month later. It was published on February 7th. And they said if you add up all the comments, reactions, reposts, this single fake image had over 4 million interactions. That's a lot of engagement. For context, that's more interactions than any single news outlet besides Fox News received during the same time period. Yes, a single fake bread horse image was more popular than all of CNN or MSNBC on Facebook. Yikes. The X is actually there.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's so many reasons to just walk into the desert.
Well, but Brian, okay, again, this isn't even about Facebook. What we're talking about, Tokyo Gurus. Above this, insane bread horse thing, there's several like pictures and posts that I've taken from Poke Gurus, and I just kind of check in and see what they're up to. And it's like, hey man, I went into this deli, I got this sandwich, check it out. And that's basically what they do there. now people have been uploading 3D images of their sandwiches, which is interesting in its own way. Still a little weird, but feels cool. Feels all right. Ooh, I remember this one.
Upload a sandwich.
There's a lot of truck drivers in Hoagie Gurus, right? Because like they'll ask where you got the sandwich from because they if they have a trip out there, they would stop by. And there's one post that I remember I saw this, I think the day it came out, and it reads,
there is a lot of good fucking sandwiches in these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They're like, after that weak gas station hoagie in Vermont yesterday, I made a 450-mile midnight run to Elkton, Maryland, and holy mackerel, I now understand what the hubbub is about Sonny's Italian Market in Delhi. Chopped Italian with sweet peppers and aioli added. This behemoth was so packed, I ate it over a bowl, and now I have a little side salad for later. I know some folks get triggered over the seeded roll, but I liked how the added flavor from the sesame seeds. Outstanding. And that's just what Hoagie Gurus is like. Like people just pop around and they're just like, I found this really cool sandwich. And like, I had a great time eating it. I took a couple photos. Check it out.
Oh man, there's no, I made this hoagie for my birthday, but no one cares. There's none of that.
There's none of that. There are people that do like homemades and stuff. And like, sometimes people can get a little critical about those. But like, even still, like the vibe is generally positive.
I feel my God. I'm sorry. I'm looking at this Godfather from Rollin Deli in Brookhaven.
Yeah.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. Look at the structure.
They believe in it, man. They've studied the science,
Oh man, you can see how crisp that roll is from here.
Mm-hmm.
So, here you could oh man, the structure. There's going to be that's going to have give and crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and that collapsible lettuce wallet in the middle, baby. Let's get a good crush on it. Oh yeah. Oh,
there's a lot of talk about lettuce specifically. It comes up a lot. Like there are definitely some differing schools of thought, and they discuss them here. That's what it is. Oh man. But yeah, Hoagie Gurus is a good time. Facebook is a hellscape. You got to find your people, and then you got to get away from the nonsense, man. Like they don't want you standing in the lobby anymore because then you get shit like the bread horse. Like you don't want to be there for the bread horse, man, and that.
So bad there.
Yeah,
it's so bad. I think one of the things I find frustrating is like, let's say you press the 3 buttons to just get to your friend's feed.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I just want to see whatever my sister and the 8 people I know who only post on Facebook have to say.
Mm-hmm.
And you scroll, and you're scrolling the thing which is labeled your friend's feed, right?
Okay.
You actively clicked the 3 buttons.
Mm-hmm.
And then you scroll, and then all of a sudden, here comes a 145-year-old with a birthday cake, and you'll see it's labeled suggested. And I'm like, I don't need you to suggest shit, Facebook.
Yeah, man. Like, I already know what I'm about. Like, fuck.
Yeah, and they're like, well, we know that you opted into checking your friend's feed, so we thought we'd just slide this in, because hopefully what you'll do is you'll either comment, oh, she's so smart, bless her, I'm so glad she baked a cake, bless her, or you'll angrily comment about how it's AI. But either way, we know this post has got you.
Right.
We know this post has got you. And I hate that.
I hear you.
I mean, there's a simple solution, though. Don't get got.
You could also... There are other options. Like,
Just leave.
Or filter them out, like block them.
Yeah.
And like they're gonna show up every once in a while, and they want to capitalize on like the emotional reaction, but we can't give it to them, man.
Yeah, just don't do it.
Because the good news is that like if over time enough people, learn that that's what they want and to not give it to them, they'll just fucking stop doing it. Like, just what it is.
Look at my screen time for Facebook for the
Okay.
last week.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I spent across 7 days 30 minutes on Facebook.
Okay.
Like it is not a place that I like actively, it is not a corner of the internet that I would say that I like hang out on.
Sure.
My time there is more like dutiful than anything. It's because I know people who won't leave.
Right.
Like I even did the thing, like I went and found a picture of what used to be Facebook's like default. I haven't selected a user photo picture, and it changed my user picture to what was their default at the time that I joined. Because like I do not want people to like try and like actively in like engage with me there. If someone's like, I wonder what Brian's up to, I'm like, well then come find me. I'm not there. Yeah, like there are places where I can be found, and they're not in the bread horse lands.
True.
Man, now you know what? Okay, everybody listening, we're about to crowdfund a new exciting survival horror game.
Okay.
Called Flee the Bread Horse. And it's gonna like work like those games like where you're like, oh no, the monster can hear alerts. Don't make any noise, or the bread horse will hear you. And it's gonna be a whole game where you're running from the bread horse. Actually, you cannot run from the bread horse, because if you run, that makes too much noise. You have to like carefully skulk away from the bread horse. But if you go too slow, then you'll start to also manifest 145-year-old grandmas, who are like, wish me a happy birthday. And the bread horse is drawn to the light from the candles on their cake. So you have to try to like wish them a happy birthday as quietly as possible so they'll go away. So it's a balancing act. Go too slow, you get the grandmas. Go too fast, the bread horse hears you. Very exciting survival horror game. Be prepared to be jump scared by giant bread horses.
I'm actually mildly interested. I don't know how it would be fun at the moment, but I'd be mildly interested in like a survival horror game with like a browser format, the way that like kind of like Hypnospace Outlaw was set up. But instead of being like a or like a forum mod, you are like a user on social media who's like just trying to get through their day, but like is accosted by all like AI slop and like, you know, like wacky, like emotional, like pleas that like have no basis in reality. I don't know how that would be fun, but I think something like that could be interesting as an art piece at the very least.
Now I'm picturing like a game with like progressively more difficult levels called Just Try to Find the Shit You Wanted.
It's like the password manager game, but like, you know, a bit more fleshed out because like it has like a social media interface.
Yeah, and it's you know, I think some levels in Just Trying to Find the Shit that you wanted would probably have to be like stuff like a search engine interface. You know,
that could be poetic. I'm into it.
Oh man, or you just type like grilled cheese recipe.
Yeah, like you're just trying to find the same grilled cheese recipe that you had like a week ago or whatever.
Oh,
and like
God.
every week there's just a new like step in the search engine that's like obfuscating like the actual information that you're trying
I'd like at one point you have to ask, I'd like to grill a cheese and like wait for the AI overview to provide you an AI video or something.
Yeah. It turns out the final thing, like the website doesn't exist anymore, but like it's been archived in a way that the AI has like scraped it and now it's a slideshow.
Oh. It's so you're having to type I would like to personally make and not order a grilled cheese, and I do not want it to include any amount of Elmer's glue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, see that.
Please
that
exclude the results, including, and then you have to put all of the terms in quotation marks.
Mhm.
Uber Eats, Elmer's glue.
Yeah, right.
It'd be one of those things that I would want Kojima to like touch, but he only does AAA video games now. So like, I feel like he would definitely toe the line on that one.
Well, I could pitch it to Kojima right now. Like, I've got a way to make this game
Yeah.
where he'd be in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, Kojima, picture a video game where we, the viewer, have a fixed camera point, and we appear to be standing just behind the shoulder of a man who's looking into his laptop screen. So we can see the reflection of his face in his screen. And so we can see his frustration, his disappointment, his elation. We are on this journey of him using his laptop. And the name of the video game, Kojima, is Norman Reedus is Disappointed by the Internet.
I'd play the game. I'd play the demo at least.
Yeah, and like, so we control Norman Reedus' hands as he's typing on the laptop. And he's like, oh, and then we get voiceover like, no, man, I don't want glue in my grilled cheese.
Like the game over is just like him like dejectedly turning off the screen. You just see like disappointed Norman Reedus looking to the reflection of the monitor screen.
Oh, it's so good. Oh man, Norman Reedus attempting to try and find a guide, which is not a video walkthrough. Like,
yeah,
no video walkthrough.
I just need an ingredients list. Like it would spit out AI ingredients list that would just get wronger and wronger over the course of the game.
Man. And one of the things where you know it's getting worse is like you click into a video and someone immediately is just like, "What's up, fam?" And it's like,
Like, and just closes it immediately. It doesn't matter if that was the right recipe. It doesn't matter if that was the last version of that recipe to ever exist. We're not watching it. Absolutely not.
No, I would love it if it wasn't like it would like you know how like when you try to look for a recipe online generally you get like a like short story at the top of it and then like explanations of why this recipe is useful, and then you actually get the recipe at the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
Which actually highlights a very sad story about like chefs who tried to publish their work online and realized that their work could be taken and reposted or like recreated, but you can't recreate, like they could like trademark like the story at the beginning of it, which allowed the actual theft to be actionable down the line. But what if they had like a recipe video that worked the same way, where like, you know, instead of just giving you the recipe at the beginning, you had mandated YouTube nonsense, extended personal story, applications or events you could bring this dish to, and then an ingredients list, and then a convoluted explanation of how to make the grilled cheese. And then, you know, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, that's like peppered every like 2 minutes and 30 seconds, like on repeat or whatever.
Also a terrible comment section that says, "I'm allergic to mayonnaise. What can I use instead of mayonnaise?"
It's like, hi,
I have a dairy allergy. What can I put in this grilled cheese instead of cheese that will be like cheese?
I didn't have any more bread, so I decided to just use unboiled pasta first, and it came out terrible. How will you compensate me for my loss?
Yeah, exactly.
oh. Fried recipe called spaghetti calzone. I'm now very sleepy. Why did you do this?
Oh shit! Hold on. The fun thing about the pasta thing, you would think that they would just use something sensible like lasagna sheets, but it's just spaghetti that they just cut in half and then rolled over the cheese and then tried to grill it.
No. There's a fire in my kitchen. I don't know what to do about it.
Please help. Send help. Call 911. Just a question mark.
Like, Just picture
It's in like the comment section as a thing. It's just 911, and then like no further updates ever.
Yeah, it just never comes back to it.
It's just
disappointed
like, hello?
Norman Reedus being confronted by TikTok food waste videos.
Oh God. They look for grilled cheese and it's just people just like grilling like nacho cheese. They like pour it over a hot grill. It just falls onto like the charcoal beneath it for some reason.
It starts with them like putting 2 Big Macs into a blender.
This is going to be delicious and nutritious. It's going to be a great way to save money and nourish your family. And it's just like,
Enjoy this calorie-dense pre-workout meal. For your post-workout needs. It's just like those 2 words are the opposite. What are you talking about?
Oh man, it's just anything for clicks, you know? Fuck.
There's like when TikTok is stupid,
Sure.
it is. It reaches for the bar. It really it's like, yeah, we're dumb, man. We're fucking dumb as shit here on TikTok.
It's push every day for innovation, you know.
And like one of the things I love about when they're dumb on TikTok is like some of the time
Mm-hmm.
they'll present themselves as if like, hey, this would be an idea if it wasn't stupid. Great example was I saw one like just the other day on my For You page where this lady was like, I'm going to teach you how to make popcorn ice cream. And I'm like, hey, that sounds great.
Oh, no.
Ooh, like a nice buttery, salty ice cream?
Right. And I was like, that sounds really great. You know, like, as an enthusiast of both ice cream and movie, buttery
popcorn.
Popcorn, that sounds like a great thing.
Uh-huh.
Are y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this?
Let's do it, Brian. Come on.
Step 1. Take gallon-size container of Breyers vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
Microwave it for 2 minutes.
I dislike this already.
Yeah, okay.
Slow down.
Then what you do is you take microwave popcorn.
No.
And you put some microwave popcorn into the now soupy slop of your Breyers vanilla ice cream.
Yep.
And then put it back in the freezer. That was the fucking recipe.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? None of y'all are cooking.
It's not justice. That's for sure.
Oh. Like, how many of those things just like start with I swear, this is a thing you know that someone is going to be real dumb on TikTok if in like with the first 10 seconds you see hot dogs and scissors.
Yeah.
You know? Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, if you did want to do a butter pecan or a butter popcorn ice cream for real, I think you would start with a butter pecan base, and then instead of using pecans, do like a little bit of that like Lawry's like that seasoned salt that they use for movie theater popcorn.
Okay.
You know? I feel like that would be it. You know?
You could probably blend the pecans to like or not, maybe not blend is the word, is probably like process.
I don't think you'd want actual pecans as the thing. I just think you want like the base that they're in, you know, because that's got that buttery, creamy texture.
Like a neutral sweet cream ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear that. I feel like I think you can get the nuttiness. Like you can just like, you know, like so you don't actually get any of the texture of the pecan, like the crunch, like obviously what we're aiming for. But like I think you can get it into a point where like when you mix it with butter, it just like fits in with the butter sauce. So you still get like, the flavor, but like you don't get the texture or the crunch.
Yeah, and you need a little bit of that that like salt though. And I think it like you'd want to very specifically get like a movie theater style salt to get that right like taste to it, you know? Because otherwise you're just making like equivalent of sea salt ice cream, you know?
Yeah. They didn't go for that.
No, they didn't.
That was not their plan, actually, turned out.
Rocky, there was a knowing sadness when I mentioned the hot dogs and the scissors. Like,
Chef Reacts has popped off on them a couple of times already. Like, honestly, I don't think it was worth his time, but I respect him for doing it. I've seen these before. Not a fan, personally. It's just nonsense. And, it's nonsense that they trick people into watching hoping that there's something else. These people do not deserve the benefit of the doubt. It's just what it is.
That dude has spent so much time. He has been up on that cross for more than a day. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's because he's trying to he's trying to connect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Part of criticism, which is a thing that I understand, but have jived with less over the years, is that sometimes they get so disconnected. They get so connected into the highest quality of everything that they disconnect with the rest of the stuff that most people are seeing. Which is why honestly, I think it largely explains the popularity of people like Guy Fieri, or Anthony Bourdain, where they spend a lot more time connecting with the experiences with food that people actually have, rather than just trying to present something so nice to people that they can enjoy aesthetically. And I don't think there's anything aesthetically pleasing about these hot dog scissor videos, or the insane things that people do to ground beef on TikTok. The fact is that we see them, and the fact that he can rebuke them in a way that he can with his knowledge and experience is something that I respect more than, say, another Michelin tasting menu.
One of the things I appreciate so much about him is when he finds something which is good.
Mm-hmm.
It is inevitably something which is exceedingly simple in its construction. Where he's like, oh, thank God. He's like, oh, this is just a good steak and some potatoes and a little fresh salad. And they're just doing it like a grown up. They're just making food, and it looks
right.
Nice.
Yeah.
He is not out here asking people to bring back the old ways of French country cooking. He's not doing it. He's just make good simple food.
I do like the times where someone will pitch an old person to him. There's a nonna who's just making lunch for her family, or that old French man who's 120 years old, and he's just making himself lunch. He's been a chef his whole life, and he's just he looks at them with admiration, total respect and reverence for what they're doing in the craft and the fact that they're still at it.
Yeah, every time you watch it's that ancient French guy.
That ancient French guy, it's so sick, man.
Yeah, but yeah, I know that I know the fellow you're talking about, where you just you see him hobble out to the garden, and he will gather some vegetables and then hobble back in, and he takes about 2 hours for him to make lunch. Then he just sits down with this amazing little lunch he's made himself and a glass of wine, and he's like, yeah, man. He's like, that's the way to. He's like, that's the way right there. That's it. I can't. I think it was early on when he was watching that guy's videos that he was like, yeah, man, look at this guy. He's 97 years old. He's like, but this guy fucks. And, and I'm like, yep.
He was right.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, that guy fucks, man. No doubt.
And it didn't even feel it wasn't contrived or anything. This is very much, it feels like the first time he's seen this video. And he's just oh, yeah, this guy fucks, man. This guy's great.
I also love his deep well of inadequacy whenever he watches Fancy Chocolate Man.
Yeah. I mean, it's because we're all feeling it though, Teague.
Yeah, no, that's just all of us.
I
see Fancy Chocolate Man. I was like, I want to eat that. I want to eat that so bad.
It's what's he doing? He's doing an Eiffel Tower. Oh, for the
who
Olympics?
do I have to kill to get that?
Oh man.
God.
Fancy Chocolate Man. Shouts to him. What's his name, Anthony?
It's when he does shit and look, here's its working gears.
Yeah, here's a working rotary telephone. It's just okay.
I'm like, you know what, sir? Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. That's amazing. Where can I get it? You know, like
Ugh.
here is a wicker basket made of chocolate filled with fruits that are actually like baked confections.
Yeah, but each confection is also has a fruit compote base of the fruit that it is a fruit of.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, this fruit lays on a bed of straw, and the straw. You're like,
The straw is spun sugar or whatever.
and you know that moment in like the Princess Bride where where the Dread Pirate Roberts Wesley, when he's talking to Inigo Montoya, he's like, I would sooner smash a stained glass window than kill you, because he's talking about his skill.
Yeah.
I'm like that. This dude, like, yeah. Don't never kill the fancy chocolate man.
When we say eat the rich, we want him to prepare them for us. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh man.
Although there are some rich that I just want to, I want their ends to be as torturous as possible. So I'm literally just going to turn them over to the hot dog scissor people.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That seems fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just even.
They'll all be holed up on their compound going like, oh, the poor has found us yet? At which point, like, I'll kick open the door like, what's up, fam?
Oh my god.
Elon Musk is hiding in his bunker. No one is there to celebrate his birthday with him.
Oh my god.
Giving him likes today?
Man.
There's a fucked up thing that I'm reminded of.
Okay.
By so many of these different conversational threads.
Sure.
Which is apparently one of the hot topics right now at conferences for the super wealthy.
Okay.
Is the people who are like wealthy enough to have like multi-layer subterranean bunkers on their private islands.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sure.
Like Zuckerfuck.
People just like you and me.
Yes. Like Zuckerberg literally owns an island, and the island is like in the chain of Hawaiian Islands. So it's a small island like in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
And on his fucking island there is a 8-story subterranean structure.
Okay.
With like gardens and so on, and the idea is that he honestly believes that he can go there if like everything goes sideways. I can live in my secret underground Hawaiian bunker.
Yeah.
But one of the things that the mega wealthy are like, you know what, we've got to solve this problem. Is they're like, how do we prevent our post-apocalyptic security guards from turning on us?
Yeah, and they're trying to replace him with like AI or bots or whatever. That's
it's the one. They're like, because like if we bring guards with us, the guards will eventually turn on us because they're stronger than us. So that there is the need. There's the air quote need for bipedal humanoid robot servants. Because
if everyone had played Horizon Zero Dawn, they would be knowing about this. They'd be ready for it.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. You know what? Sure. Okay. I will say, Alex and I have discovered that the one thing that we disagree on is AI robot help.
Okay.
Like very specifically in the like, oh, I'm too old to care for myself and like I need a person, but like there just isn't a person. So like I will instead purchase a robot to do the things, lift me out of bed and like that kind of stuff, right? Alex is wholly against it, and I'm 100% for it. And it's the one thing we disagree on, which I think is very funny. I'm just like, if you go first, I'm buying a robot. I'm giving it everything in our will, and like that's it.
Like an iRobot.
Yeah. Like in Detroit Become Human.
That did happen.
Even. Yeah, it did. But the artiste. But like that's what's gonna happen,
Hmm.
And he's like, it just feels, he's like, it feels weird, but like, because like, then we're like owning a person. And I'm like, well, I mean, we're hiring assistants, you know? A little different. And he's like, nah, it's the same. And I'm like, different, but okay. So it's very fun. It's an ongoing conversation about something that is likely never going to happen in our lifetimes, but
Probably.
we
I
have
don't
very
know.
different stances on it.
I don't
I don't know.
know.
I saw that robot and it scared the bejesus out of me.
I
You
think
know?
I think I know the robot that you're talking about that scared the bejesus out of you, and
The flesh one with the flat face?
that's the one.
Ah, I hate him. I hate him.
And the favorite thing I saw about that robot was, boy howdy, I sure do hope that the guy who developed this robot left his diary on individual USB sticks scattered around the facility where it was designed.
Yeah, right?
And I'm like, yep, that checks out. That checks out.
God.
You know, I definitely picture like being in a hallway with a flickering light coming around the corner and seeing 4 of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just standing there, and like maybe one's still like on the rails, you know, hoisted up by its shoulders or whatever.
Right? And then they all just said, let me help.
Yeah.
Nope.
Wait. Okay, no, I'm gonna ask both of you, just on the off chance. Are either of you watching Paradise?
I'm not watching shows.
Safe bet. I just wanted to ask.
You
Yeah,
spend
fair.
like 7 hours watching television on Sundays.
I watch anime.
That is
I'm not
television.
watching, but I'm not watching like anything like that, you know? If there was an animated version of it, I'd probably watch it, but I don't subscribe to any like live action streaming services. Is that better?
I mean, that works.
Is it better if I specify it like that, Ryan?
Okay, I will go with you on this journey.
Okay.
So wait, what was the name of the show, Rocky?
Paradise. It stars Sterling K. Brown.
What's the score with Paradise? I all I know is that there was a show called Paradise. I didn't I don't really have details beyond that.
It's well drawn and well shot. Have you read like any sort of synopsis?
No.
Okay. Well, the simple idea is that the lead like Secret Service agent, who is looking after, who's been assigned to a president like following like their second election or whatever, is their lead security detail. And one day, he comes into work, and the president, or maybe former president, not clear at the moment, is dead. And he was literally the last person to talk to him before he was found dead by him the following morning. But there's also a subplot that's going on where they are is not actually Washington, D.C., but in an underground facility in Colorado that's made to look and act and function like a real life breathing American town, following some sort of extinction level event above ground.
If there's an extinction level event, I'd like to be caught up in the extinction.
The records shall reflect, Tegan.
Okay, cool.
This sounds like a show. Which is like, please speculate on the unfolding mysteries of this show.
Right. It is very much one of those. It looks like it's in a good spot, you know. There's definitely, you know, intrigue, and there are ways that it can play out. It is releasing episodically on Hulu, which seems to suggest that they really believe in it. And we are like episode 7, I think, came out this past week. I just watched the pilot with Aaliyah last night.
So you're created by Dan Fogelman.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Fogelman, whose screenplays include Cars,
yeah,
Bolt, Tangled, and Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah. Yeah, so like nothing like this, like in his credits before, honestly.
Now I'm just thinking about that post on Tumblr that's like the cruel you have a keyboard in front of you and you can say whatever you want sort of
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
And then somebody responds with I think the cruelest thing they did was give Lightning McQueen a foot fetish because there are no feet in his world. And he's like, I don't think I was talking to you.
Yeah, I don't think I was talking to you though.
Oh wait, Julianne Nicholson's in this?
Yes.
Oh, okay. She good.
Honestly, it's shaping up to be a good show. Very tangled web, you know? And like it's I feel like it's going to be a better week to week experience than like a final experience. Like what comes to mind is like Scandal and say How to Get Away with Murder. Like the show is much more about its twists and turns than it is about its resolution. But you know, looks like we have an interesting cast of characters and the talent to bring them to screen, and they definitely have a budget to like create something like this. It looks like.
Oh man. I might check this out. I am currently engaged in
Succession.
well, I mean, Succession is over.
Oh, real? Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know. I haven't been watching it.
But I am watching two shows which recently came back.
Okay.
One of them I am over the moon happy with. I think it's doing a great job.
Okay.
The other one I am not.
Sure.
And the shows are Severance and Yellow Jackets. It feels like with each passing week, watching Yellow Jackets becomes a larger chore.
Yeah.
And I am definitely deep into sunk cost fallacy territory right now on Yellow Jackets.
That's fair.
And I'm like, I've watched 2 whole seasons of this horse shit. Let's see where this goes.
Oh my god, me with Rising of Shield Hero. God damn.
Yeah.
That show was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess
Brian, you can get out at any point. I believe in you.
Oh, I want to believe. I want to believe.
Mm-hmm. Just plan something else to do. Like, you know.
2 weeks ago, there was a stupid evil secret ice cream store on the show. And they put the telephone number for the ice cream store on screen. And of course it was a real telephone number, and I was like, oh no, I bet something happens if you call that number.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the place I hate the most on the internet to find out what happens when you call this number.
Hmm.
And so I went to www.reddit.reddit.
Sure.
I hate Reddit
Yeah,
so much.
Do you hate Reddit more than Facebook?
Yes.
Okay.
Full stop. No hesitation.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I just wanted to make sure. I was just wanted to find out where the old ladies with their sad ice cream cakes factored in.
Yeah. A lot of like old people and idiots on Facebook.
That's
Reddit
true.
seems to like concentrate some of the worst people you have ever met and give them tool. You know how like Rocky will refer to like getting better as a game, like, you know, getting into the lab or like, you know, doing drills. Reddit is like that for being terrible.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
There's a lot of practice that you can get into there. You get real feedback.
Like, I want to be an even bigger piece of shit. I'm gonna go spend some time on Reddit. You know, and so I was like, inevitably, people will have called this number, and so I went to the Yellow Jackets subreddit, where there was already like a multi-page long thread about the ice cream telephone number, and sure enough, the ice cream telephone number had multiple messages depending on what time of day you called. There was messages that like, we're with a customer right now if you called during the day. There was a different message if you called at night. And then people realized that literally the background noise on the voicemail was different between 1 and 3 a.m. And so then someone pulled the audio from the 1 to 3 a.m. background noise version into like some audio editing software and realized that the background ambient noise, the sound waves look like the words, "It's hungry."
Well, that sounds like a fun little ARG, though.
If there was a real resolution to it, maybe.
And if you pull out the voice on the message, so that way you can just hear the ambient background noise and whatever other noise may exist in the file, then you hear that there's clearly some tapping, and people go, "Oh, is that tapping Morse code?" That it was like Morse code confirmed. And the Morse code said, "The screams are not human." And then the next week's episode featured screaming. And I don't have the time for this, and I'm not going to come back to Reddit for this again. So, like, if you want your show to be this like multimedia event that requires me to hang around the worst people on the internet, then like, I ain't got time for that. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. It used to be fun, like, solvable television was like fun when it was like a large enough monoculture event that all you had to do was just like go to work and be like, you know what? I don't think they're ever getting off that island, and then people would know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But now, because like culture is so fractured, you can't just go into work and go like, I don't know what happened in the forest. I bet they ate Mari. And people go like, what are you talking about? Because like nobody else is watching Yellow Jackets in your office. You have to go to the internet to find the people. And I don't want to do it, because in the places where they all congregate, they become worse. Severance is good though. Yeah. Shout outs to Severance. Everyone on that show is awesome, and the writing is great.
Word.
Yeah. Rocky, have you played any video games?
Several, yeah.
You want to tell us about it?
I mean, sure. I'm officially a Mahjong expert.
How is that official? What is there a certificate?
Well, Brian, if you look at our video games set category in this Discord, you will see my Mahjong skills certification.
Oh, I'm gonna do that right now. I'm surprised that's not in backstage documentation.
Oh, I wanted everyone to know.
Okay. Let's see here. Video to games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, certificate and everything.
Huh?
It's real.
Yeah, but I've been grinding out Mahjong Soul. I've just been playing ranked recently, and I have ascended the ranks of novice and adept to arrive at expert, which I think is around the level of skill that I'm at the moment. Except I did play an expert game last night, and I got smoked because these guys are on a different level, and so like I'm not going to be able to progress until I learn something else. So I have to study. There's a lot of technique. I have to learn how to play defense. Did you know that there's defense in Mahjong, Brian? Because I wasn't sure, but apparently it's not only real, it's important. And if you don't have it, you will get hurt.
You know what? I believe you.
That's fair.
You don't want to learn Mahjong with us, Brian? You don't want to learn defensive Mahjong with us?
You want to learn what a Kabe is, Brian, or how to capitalize on your one chance? Or how to differentiate a Matagi Suji from an Ura Suji? Because that's what I got to do. Otherwise, I will never get better.
Friend, here in life, I'm already having enough trouble capitalizing on my one chance.
So yeah, I've been playing Mahjong. Also, this is the line. Like I told myself, once I got to gold, I would start rolling with like the free like resources that I've gathered to try to get a character that I want in Mahjong Soul. Because Mahjong Soul is Mahjong with anime characters, and I've been using the default one this whole time because I didn't have time for their nonsense. But I decided I would make time for the nonsense once I got to gold, and since I'm gonna have to study anyways, it's not a bad thing to do it. So, actually, I don't know. There was a character that I was eyeing. Give me a second if I can grab it real quick because I do want to get his name right. Also there's a thing that Tegan pointed out that I can't unremember. That the characters are separated into, what was it, Blossom and Bamboo, Tegan?
Yeah, it's flowers and bamboo, and all of the flowers are women, and all of the bamboo are boys.
Yes. Which, is not even a thinly veiled metaphor.
I was gonna say that's gender essential AF.
Yeah, right. I don't feel great about that. But this is the character I wanted to play. He's an unlockable character. His name is Musa on the Bamboo Path. He was made available a couple years ago.
He looks cool.
He looks cool. And so this is the character I'm going to try to roll for and see if I can get there. It might take a while, but
you should roll on stream so you get your streamer luck.
Oh God, is streamer luck real? I'm down.
Allegedly.
Allegedly? Okay, then maybe we'll do it this week. We'll see what happens. What else is there? I played a couple demos. Played a Sorry We're Open, which is a supermarket simulator, but with RPG combat, like reminiscent of Earthbound. It didn't feel great, but it's also like, a demo. I forgot there was something else I played. I don't remember. There was
Monster Hunter.
Well, I mean, like during the week, like leading up to
fair enough.
to it. I did play. I now have played a good amount of Monster Hunter Wilds. Like I've for people who aren't initiated, I think I'm like 15, 20 hours in. For people who are, I have made it into the high rank hunts, and I've been doing those. And the game feels good so far, but I'll come back to that. I did get to play Mario Kart for like the first time in like 5 years. And like, it's not like it's been kept from me, but I just literally haven't done it. And like Mario Kart is kind of deep and interesting, which is cool.
Mario Kart's really hard.
Well, I would phrase it is that there are people who are really good at Mario Kart.
Mario Kart at some point requires an innate understanding of things that I have no desire to understand.
That's also true. Yeah, you can't, like, you can definitely like fool around in Mario Kart. That's still real. But when I was fooling around on stream, I joined a friend who has played a significant amount of Mario Kart, and I was in one of their lobbies, and I realized I could not hang. Like, it wasn't like they were on it the whole time. It was a different game. It was pretty intense. It was cool though.
Okay, like I slid briefly into a stream, Rocky.
Sure.
Where you were playing some Mario Kart.
Okay.
And something happened near the end of a race, which I don't think, like, either my understanding of what happened is not accurate,
okay,
or it was something that like I wasn't aware could happen in Mario Kart.
Sure.
Where like you were racing, and then it seemed like you were kind of okay.
Okay.
But then it seemed like the direction of the course reversed.
Oh, it did. Yeah. There are courses that give you alternate paths that change your drive path over the course of the race, like on the third lap. That's real. That happens
now. And like I could hear you kind of recoil in horror.
Yeah.
And then you said, "What? No!" And then finished 12th, and there was some like there was definitely some palpable frustration.
Yeah, there was some salt. Like, it's fine. I tried to use it to season the stream a bit, but yeah, like I was not the breeziest Mario Kart 8 run I've ever had, which is fine. Sometimes you're in it. That's just what it is. Sometimes it's you. You gotta figure out what you're gonna do next. I did at one point turn on smart steering. I didn't know what smart steering was, and I did a lot better. Which because the game has a tool that will like essentially guide you along the track while you're playing, and like I did a lot better. I think I like finished like top 5 pretty much like every run I had smart steering on. And I didn't know what changed. And then when someone told me, I'm like, oh, okay, this is real. But yeah, like with the customizable carts, like people can get to like builds that I think that they are just super comfortable with. And there's definitely an item economy that I don't quite understand anymore. Like I remember how it used to work, like back in like Mario Kart Wii. And I didn't really delve into like Mario Kart 8. I didn't really spend a lot of time with it. But like there's definitely like a whole meta, whole experience that like people are able to communicate with using these carts. I think that's cool. Mm-hmm. I also revisited Among Us that night, and that was fun.
Yeah, you were really good at Among Us.
Yeah, I do what I can. Like I can read the people, but I don't know the buttons, and so like it's like that.
How?
What do you mean?
Teach me the skill.
Tegan, you know how to read people.
Apparently, I don't, though.
What does that mean?
Well, I got it wrong all the time. And I don't know what I'm doing that's giving myself away as a murderer. And I don't want to do that anymore.
Oh, no, Tegan, I think you had that backwards. I know, like, pretty much every time you were the murderer, I figured out you were the murderer, but...
You figured it out and I didn't even do anything, which is the wild part.
But the thing is, Tegan, like, when I play Among Us with you, I have to assume with, like, a 30% certainty that you're... 30% chance that you're the murderer. Otherwise,
Why?
like... Because if I don't, the game becomes unplayable for me.
But I never kill you.
That makes it worse, unfortunately. I can't treat you like a person. I have to treat you like a possible murderer.
No! Oh, dang it.
Brian, you know what I'm saying, right? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I don't get it.
We have Among Us, and yep.
Yeah. Like Tegan, no! Here's the thing, like Ramblers, like Tegan is an exceptional murderer in Among Us. And it's not even because she's like goes on kill streaks, it's because she's very careful, she's very precise, and she knows how to be a cooperative imposter with the other imposter.
Mm-hmm.
She has a deep and real understanding of that mechanism, and she's comfortable with the tools. Like part of it is study, because she did spend some time trying to get better at Among Us and understanding how those pieces work together. But also, like, you know, she definitely has like a talent, like something that's been owned outside of the game that is just useful here. Tegan doesn't believe it, and that's okay. That's her business, but I can't ignore it and play the game at the same time. I have to pick one. And so, like...
I didn't even do anything.
Tegan, that's not true, but it's fine. Like that's what I mean. Like, you can't see yourself do it, which is something else entirely. But, like, there are things that you do as an imposter in the game that make you a lot more dangerous than most people that try to play imposter.
Like what? What do I do?
One thing that
I'm
you
just
do...
hanging out. You know?
Well, actually, that's part of it. One thing that you do is that you do hang out as an imposter. A lot of people internalize the idea of like antagonists as imposter, and they become intentionally antisocial, right? And they'll only be around people when they're setting up a kill. Otherwise, they'll try to be invisible. You do the opposite. You actually try to ingratiate yourself with the crew and hang out, and then you just take a kill of opportunity, but not much else. And what that does is that it means that, like, unless you're around 3 people at a time, or 2, if you're not in a group of 3 and you are near Tegan, you are always possibly in danger. And if you die, you can't help anyone after that.
I feel like I was just complimented.
You were.
Yeah,
Tegan,
yeah.
I've been complimenting you this whole time, actually.
But it's so spooky. How?
It is spooky.
I don't do anything. Like,
Okay.
9 times out of 10, when we play, I get maybe 1 kill.
No, you're
You
right.
know?
That is true.
Because
But,
I don't do anything. I don't kill anybody.
But
I'm
Tegan,
doing things.
imposter isn't about like actually killing everyone. It's cool if you can. Like that is like your win con ultimately. But it's about avoiding detection. And that's what makes you dangerous as an imposter. Is that, like, if I don't think you're an imposter, I will never find out if you are one. That's the thing. Like, people say that, like, you know, a lot of people, they say, like, well, I never figure out when Tegan's the imposter because she's so innocent. And, like, the problem is that, like, you don't really act much different when you're an imposter and when you're a crewmate. And it's harder for them to piece out when you are the imposter. And so, as a result, as a reaction to that truth, is that I have to treat you like an imposter so that I can survive to the end of the game and hopefully find our way out. It doesn't always work, because like 9 times out of 10 when Tegan's an imposter, I lose anyways. But it's not because I'm killed by her.
I'd never. That's my friend.
Oh man.
Man. Okay.
What? Tegan? Sorry, you're good at a video game. What are you gonna do
sorry,
here?
I'm good at a video game. How do I get worse at a video game? No, that's
why
not
is
it.
why is that something that you want?
I
Like,
don't
sincerely.
think that's it. I wanna.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what I want here. Hang on.
Good. When you have an ask, come back to me and then maybe we can talk about it. But like,
I want to know how to not. Hang on.
Tegan, it's okay. We're on a podcast. We have time to do stuff like this.
I'm busy. My brain is trying to figure out if I want to figure out how to not be an imposter.
Okay.
Or not.
Sure.
Because if I figure out how to separate imposter from non-imposter, then I give it away when I'm imposter all the time.
Maybe so.
But I don't want my friends to think I'm a murderer when I'm not a murderer. But I also don't want them to think I'm a murderer when I'm a murderer. And if the only way to do that is to assume I'm evil the entire time, then I guess that's what has to happen.
Well, now you've arrived where I'm at.
But I never assume you're evil.
I know that.
One of us is always telling the truth. The other one is always lying. God damn it. I don't know how to solve for this.
Well, yeah, that's fair. I don't know if we have an equation yet, if we're being honest, but, you know. Or I guess maybe, sorry, I think a different way of articulating that is that I don't know if we have the correct question yet.
No, that's fair. Brian, what do you think the question is? What am I trying to ask?
I think you want to find out how do you make it less obvious that you are good at a video game. I think that's what you want.
Oh, that might be it, actually. Yeah. How do I make it less obvious I'm good at a video game?
That's a very Tegan Core question, actually.
It seemed that way.
Why is that a Tegan Core question? Hang on. I have a different question now. What the fuck does that mean? Hold up. Wait a minute.
Because, Tegan, you don't want people to treat you like you're a threat. You just want people to be surprised that you're a threat, right? And the only way to do that is if they don't believe that you're a threat in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, again, like, what you're trying to do is avoid detection. I'm sorry that I noticed that you're good at, like, Among Us, but you're trying to make it so that less people notice that you're good at Among Us, which is entirely different. Because it doesn't seem like your principal concern is actually being good at it or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not being recognized if you're good or not. And so if you're good, then it's a surprise. And if you're not good, then no one, like, bats an eye.
And it's like, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be really good at doing that.
Oh, no. How do I do it again?
Why is that fun? Oh, God. All right. Anyway. I played Minecraft, or I played Among Us with Rocky, and it was a good time.
It was a good time. I had fun.
But I was sad every time I could hear Rocky go, I think Tegan's the imposter. And I'm like, no! I didn't do anything!
Tegan, I'm sorry that I made you sad with that.
No, it's
Sincerely.
fine. It was fine. I just stabbed someone and moved on. But like,
Yep.
I was like, why? I didn't even do anything. Murder. All right. Now I've done something, I guess.
Well, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that too, but that's okay.
What?
Let me see. Outside of Among Us, I think the only other thing I really did this week was Splatoon, which we didn't do a lot of, and Monster Hunter Wilds, which is the new hotness, and it's really cool. It's really good. I think I'm very happy with it in its current form. I read a couple reviews leading up to it, and I'm definitely biased because I like the series. But I feel like I couldn't trust reviews, which is weird. But I also acknowledge that like reviews, at least the reviews generally weren't talking to me. Because, you know, I've been playing Monster Hunter for 10 years. I've had fun pretty much every time I touch the game. And every time I played it for a lot of time. I was generally like a person that was going to pick it up. And so like the reviews that were coming out, the ones that I read were from Rock Paper Shotgun, Kotaku, and Polygon respectively. We're all very much talking to people who were like on the outside looking in, curious about the experience and what they had in front of them. And I got a lot of information about like what was actually in the game. And I feel like the tone was very much people who were critical of it. And there were a couple of them that were like, it felt like they did not want to play it. And like this was not a surprise to them. They knew what was in it. They played it anyways. And they said what they had to say. A couple of things that I'd like to highlight. The game is easy as far as I can tell. I know I'm like a 10-year like veteran and all that. And so like there are weapons that I understand, and there's like a gameplay strategy that already makes sense to me. But I feel like beyond that, beyond like understanding what the buttons are in your hand and how they work, the challenge that the game presents to you in light of that is not that high. They don't ask you to do a lot more than just work with the things that are in your hand, which you need space to do anyways, period. I do think that the game is largely on rails, for better and for worse. There's the opening hours of the game, which largely serves as a tutorial, and it's not like say a lot of action RPGs where like the tutorial is like a 10-minute thing, and then you get to move on, or even like a mission where like you do one thing and this is like the core gameplay loop, go nuts. It's built into like the story. It is largely like its entire first like arc, which can last about 10 to 15 hours. And so like if you don't have 10 to 15 hours for a tutorial, I totally understand, and you probably won't like this video game. But like what it is that like it presents a story in the style of like an action RPG like God of War or Assassin's Creed, in which like you have characters talking on screen in a cutscene, and then you have like a on rails experience where you're led from point A to point B while dialogue happens in the background. And then you get to a place where you need to do the thing. And in this game, the thing is fighting a giant monster in a boss style fight. And you fight the fight, and then you gather rewards, and the game guides you kind of how to do that, and like piecemeals the various ways that like a hunt can go, and the various ways that you can respond to these types of like obstacles or challenges or what have you. But they usually only do so like one at a time. And it's like, this is the thing you got to do. Focus on like the weapon in your hands. And then after that's done, you get another cutscene where you see a couple screens with faces where people talk. And then you move on to the next thing. It's very rinse, repeat, but that's kind of the idea. For me, I felt like it was really like restraining in a lot of ways. Like these on rail like walking segments, I would see something off screen that I would try to walk over to go get, and then like once I walk a little too far, when I get to some invisible wall, the game will remind me, we have a thing to do, please continue following me. And that wasn't fun. It generally speaking wasn't like I couldn't get the thing. Like there's an item that was introduced in Monster Hunter World's like expansion, which is Iceborne, which is called like a slinger. And in this game you're able to shoot things with it, but also like kind of grab things like Spider-Man style. And so like you could generally get the items that are around you, but you couldn't really always walk up to them. Like you were noticeably restricted in that. And that was weird. I don't know if the whole game's going to be like that. In fact, I expect that there is like a stage of the game where it's very much you just kind of drop in, drop out of hunts and whatnot. But like the world itself is cool. It's continuous. It's all just like one big open world. There are very few situations where you'll traverse into a new area and then like be confronted with a loading screen, like less than has ever been before. The game is big and like interactive. There's a lot of things for you to touch and do. The game doesn't ask you to touch or do much with them, but there is a lot to do. You can interact with endemic life like birds and fauna and whatnot. You can take photos. You can like view and like observe wildlife, and they have their own like rotations. A lot of them aren't really important to the gameplay loop. you know, like you very much are just going to go to a place, hunt a monster, and then go to the next place and do something similar. But if you just want to sit and hang out, the game lets you do that. You can just kind of be there. Even like every like specific hunt, like it takes about historically, like every hunt gives you about 50 minutes of time to do so. And even at like the beginning of the game with like the gear that they just threw at me once I got off the boat or whatever, most hunts are finished for me in under like 10 minutes generally. And that's experience, you know? And like, I've seen at least across reviews that like people who have been playing it like end up in somewhere similar. The combat is still largely the same. It's still weighty. It's you know, embodied. It is decidedly not, as one reviewer said, they prefer their combat as fluid and like graceful. The game is definitely not that. Like it expects you to stumble. And like if you run into a situation where you get hit, like you really get hit, you fly some distance, you hit the ground, and like it's a very like meaningful, like thoughtful simulator in that way. Like I was talking to a friend where like if you wanted to play Monster Hunter and you wanted to use a gun, then like here you go. Here's your gun. Customize it the way that you want. If you want to shoot something, put your bullets in and pull the trigger. That's how the game works. And like that's a lot for like most games. You know, they definitely kind of like gloss or hand wave over a lot of those like that like minutia, but like Monster Hunter is really about that stuff. It's about you being in the space and doing the thing, you know, for better or for worse. But like I feel like the early game here is very much trying to keep people on rails so that they can like gradually absorb the things that they're capable of in the space. And one thing that I've actually found a lot of joy in was that like when I was playing when I was in a fight, there's like sometimes there's another monster, another large boss like monster that will show up.
Right.
And in World, what they did is that they made it so that those monsters will like fight over the space. They call it a turf war. And there's like a small like sequence that you can just sit there and watch the monsters will fight each other, or you can do other stuff. You can do whatever you want. So I personally take the moment to like make sure that all my resources are set up properly, that I have enough healing, that my weapon is as sharp as possible, and just use it like as a small reprieve in the middle of the fight. But me being like comfortable with the game and how it works, what I've taken to doing is that when that second monster shows up and fights and then leaves, instead of sticking to my initial target, I will go chase after the monster that showed up and then just go hunt that. And then come back and then go fight the monster that I was initially fighting in the first place. And I'll still finish with something like 20, 30 minutes to spare. And in that way, I feel like the game, instead of like, you know, kind of putting me on rails, even in like the gameplay portion, I feel like I have like a bit more freedom to like kind of stretch my limbs a little bit. And that feels good. The story is fun. There's it's Monster Hunter stories have never been anything to shake a stick at. Usually like even like World, which is like the big super popular one, has something that gestures like gently at a story rather than like telling you something. But it looks like they really swung on like the voice acting on this one, and like the characters that are presented, like Alma, who is like the researcher that serves as your handler this time, who personally selected the hunter because they believe in you. And like when also the hunter is voiced, which is new. Like you've played a silent protagonist if you've played this game before, and now you're just a character. You have to select the voice and everything. I actually got my hunter's voice wrong. Like it was grating for me the first time when I did it, and then I had to spend my free like character edit voucher so that I could like redo it. And so, you know, character creator is probably something you want to spend some time in to make sure you're happy with. I also made
character edit voucher.
Yeah, ever since World, you're not able to like change the appearance of your character like freely, like, you know, like your physical appearance and like your voice and stuff. Instead, like you kind of do it once at the beginning, and then they give you one for free, and then like afterwards it's like a microtransaction if you really want to change it again.
I'm sorry, like Monster Hunter breaks me.
Sure.
Yeah. If you're newer to the podcast, when Monster Hunter World came out, I got this great idea. like, I'm going to buy this video game. This looks like fun.
Mm-hmm.
That did not last. It was not fun.
I also bought it.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was really struggling with the controls. I think if I revisited it now, I would do a lot better.
Maybe so. I think
Well,
something we can do at some point. I mean, I still have World. Actually, I have World twice, I think, actually. I have it on Steam and I have it on my PS4. But what's it called? I had to change the voice, but like the voice cutscenes are pretty good, like actually this time. Like before it was like, you know, it felt like really contrived. They were just like, we need to put something with some text that just tells you that there are stakes. You have to go kill this monster for the environment or whatever. And like this story starts out with like a boy with like some like underground civilization whose like village was like attacked by like the flagship monster, and they end up having to wander out by themselves to try to like find help or something, and they end up like passing out in the desert where like the guild like picks them up, and then, you know, they find them, they nurse them back to health, they learn a bit more about his story, and then they sign off on an expedition to like try to find this kid's village and try to return him there. And like it's weird, there's apparently there's like, you know, like in this one there's there was a like civilization that apparently developed some energy source that was allegedly infinite and was so potent that it allowed them to control the weather and in some cases defy the laws of physics.
Jesus Christ.
Neat.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because like there's a thing that was happening on like the Forbidden Lands, which is where you are. There were like thunderstorms that would show up in this desert. And then after the thunderstorm, the desert would turn into something more like a savanna. And then there's this forest that you would go into that would experience something that is largely referred to as the downpour, which would literally flood the entire forest as if it was in monsoon season. But and then there was like you went to like a volcanic region that apparently harnesses like some sort of geothermic power to like forge this metal that they like subsist off of. Well, like, you know, trade with to like subsist off of, called orichalcum. And it turns out all of those like things are actually artificial, that there's some sort of like membrane that like stretches to all ends of this land that is powered by this weird infinite energy source that causes these like sequences of like, what do they call them? It's like fallow, inclemency, and then portent. And so like you find out that this is due to some ancient civilization that's actually the remnant of a fallen great civilization that is now like stewarding this like system to make sure that the ecosystems on the island worked. And you met a person that knew of the civilization who appears to just be like an elf or elf coded, you know, and they say something to the effect that the civilization grew to a point where the laws of nature were mere suggestions to them. And then, you know, they made a mistake, like all great civilizations do. They started making monsters because shortly before that, you run into classic monsters from Monster Hunter, like a Rathalos, but it's not red. It's like weirdly tinged with like gray and silver, and it's because it's an artificially produced Rathalos that was allegedly under the dominion of this civilization at some point. And now it's not. And now the story has become about not just fighting and taming the monster that destroyed this kid's village, but figuring out why these artificial monsters are like running wild and what to do about them.
Okay, that sounds really cool though.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm having fun.
Like they're just like, oh yeah, we got too big for our britches. We start making monsters. Oops.
Yeah.
Any whoosies.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like anything real. I've never heard a story like that in my life.
Yeah, just don't do it. If I were a crazy civilization, I simply would not make monsters. It doesn't sound too hard.
Well, but Tegan, what if they weren't monsters? What if they were robots? You know, that were meant to help people with daily tasks.
I don't like that one. I would do that. And what if they were AI and also I made them handsome?
Yeah, okay. point is there are a couple ways to skin this cat, but that's that is largely the experience that I have now. Like you know, there are things that I would probably advise people if they wanted to get into it. You know, pick a weapon and stick to it. I saw a good piece of advice, which was like pick a weapon and like treat it like a character in a fighting game, because it's largely like that. Like the weapon itself, like you'll get higher numbers and you can get like different like elements on it or whatever, but like the weapon will never fight for you, right? Like you have to pilot the weapon. That's just how it works. And so like you have to, you know, like learn how it works.
You have to get in the robot.
Yeah, you have to get in the robot. You have to learn what the robot can do. It's a good idea to read the manual. Actually, I read the manual. Like one thing I did, like once I got dual blades in my hand, which was very quick. They didn't really make me fight with the greatsword. I picked up the dual blades and I just like walked around and tried to press the buttons like I knew them. And there was one thing that was different that I did not understand. Like there's a big key like ability of like dual blades. It's called Blade Dance. It's a very long like 14 hit combo, and it's very cool. It's fun to watch. It does a lot of damage. Problem is that it's long, and if you press it at the wrong time, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't cancel out of it. However, in this game, when I pressed the Blade Dance button, it only did like the first overhead slash, and I was really confused. And so I had to like swim through like the hunter's guide in this game and look at like the combo list, because every weapon has a combo list. And I realized that the Blade Dance is split into 3 moves now. Blade Dance is 1, 2, and 3. And Blade Dances 2 and 3 are only available when you are in what's called Archdemon mode, when you've like filled the meter that you are supposed to build up by dealing attacks in demon mode. What I realized is that they fixed 2 of the problems with Blade Dance. 1, that it was too long, and 2, once you're locked into it, you're stuck. But by splitting it into 3 moves and separating it from like your main combo and only making it available in Archdemon mode, it means that there are so many less chances for you to press Demon Dance, which is by far your strongest move, and getting stuck and getting hit for it. Because 1, it stops on its own because it's shorter. It's cut into 3 segments. And even if you get halfway through it, you can still get out of it by just finishing the second segment and moving on. It becomes like an infinitely safer weapon. And I realized, like, after like doing a bit of digging, all the weapons are like that. And like, it's not that like the whole game is different, because it's not. Like, I still use it the same way. If I'm going to use big damage, I just press Demon Dance 3 times instead of once. And if it looks like the boss is going to hit me midway through the second one, I just dash instead, and I get to keep playing. And it feels like the pieces have been like rearranged so that they're much more comfortable and reactable, which is a thing that they tried to do with Rise by like giving you like these wire bug moves, but it made the whole game feel floatier. And this change, by like chopping up some of the moves, it makes it so that the game is like ironically less like like locked in. Like, it's still embodied, like you still have the buttons to press and you're the one that has to press them, but like the cut limits don't feel as harsh as they used to be, and it doesn't feel like that in a bad way. Like I like sometimes I'm in situations where I would have gotten hit by something and I wish I could have done something, but it's like I'm the one that pressed the button, and now they're just like, well, you got to press a couple more buttons, but it gives you a bit more room. Tell me how it feels. And it looks like it feels good so far.
Good. That sounds like a good update, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I'm a fan.
Do you think they've done stuff like that with the other weapons as well?
They have. I checked a couple. Great swords like True Slash Charge is not one continuous animation anymore, and there are more windows to dash out of it. Bow has like different dash windows, and their big attack, which is like Dragon Piercer, where you like launch a giant like drill piercing the heavens arrow at something, is actually interruptible now. And oh, that's right, they added this whole mechanic, like the wound mechanic, where like as you damage a monster, like it creates like weak spots that if you hit it deals more damage, but also every move has a special like technique that allows them to do like additional damage with a cool animation on these wounds, which like chops up the pace of combat a lot more. There is another thing that I think I told Tegan about earlier, but I forgot about, where like every weapon also has like kind of like an avoidance get off me sort of thing.
Right.
for dual blades, it's a technique that has existed before in certain games. It usually was like kind of like an equipable move, and now it's just baked into the kit. Where like if you dash while you're in demon mode when something tries to hit you, you actually get like a special animation where you dash out of it, avoid damage entirely, and deal like a nominal amount of damage for like hitting the timing properly. Greatsword has like something kind of like an uppercut, essentially. Like it's just straight up an anti-air where you can charge like this upswing, like the golf swing, essentially. I think Hammer has something similar, where you can just like hit stuff out of the air and you have like a bit of invincibility, so that you can swing through attacks that are going to hit you.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Haha.
And like it rewards the idea. Like it's not something that you can do for free, for sure. But what it does is that it rewards players who identify, I'm in a situation where I'm being offensive and I know they're trying to swing at me. How do I keep dealing damage? And the answer is you use one of these techniques. And like those are just around now. And so like it allows players a bit more agency, and it's a game that, you know, with the addition of new technology, allows it to be more aligned with the wishes of players without compromising on like the heavy like reward based like combat that the game is famous for.
God, honestly sounds sick.
I'm having a good time.
How's the armor situation though?
So I've just started really digging into the armor, because like in low rank, armor is kind of a trap. Like it's because like no, most of the armor are sort of like skills that you're hoping for don't like defend you much more than any other armor, and you're just like trying to get through the content. In high rank, armor starts to matter a lot more, and like they give you better stats and better skills. Oh, there's a thing that they changed, because like weapon like skills have always been like a whole like different dimension of the game that you had to interact with. Like if you like got an armor set that was like beneficial to you in a fight, whether it had like resistances that were meaningful or like it just had the defense number that would allow you to take hits and survive, there were like skills that you would slot into your like armor and weapon to like you know, fit like your own personal play style. For example, a defensive skill that I historically have played with on dual blades is earplugs, which is an ability that allows me to ignore the effects of like monster roars. Because what they do is that they stop me from doing the main thing that I want to do as dual blades, which is keep hitting the enemy. And I mean like all the time. Like if I'm with dual blades, because my weapon doesn't deal like a lot of damage per hit, I want to be hitting the opponent as much as possible, and any interruption to that is like a disruption, more so than like with any other weapon. And so I usually play with earplugs, because when the monster roars, which is a lot to be honest, it literally stuns the hunter and you can't do anything. It's not usually enough to like get hit for, but it's, if I get like roared in the middle of a demon dance, like I just lose half of that combo and I already pressed the button. You know what I mean? But like now in Monster Hunter Wilds, one of the changes that they made is that weapons and armor come with like skills baked into them, like irrespective of like gem slots, which you can also add your own personal like spin on. And so like armors have a much more significant identity than they had in like games past, short of like their like unique looks. And like the weapons and gear do look a lot better. That was actually one of the bigger complaints about World specifically. Weapons basically all looked the same. Like it was always, no matter what weapon you had, basically the same bow, the same slab of metal with like a little motif just to show what monster you built it from. And so like the stats were there, but like you didn't have a unique look with each individual weapon. And that has been reverted going into Wilds. Like each weapon looks unique and bespoke and representative of the monster that you built it out of.
Hell yeah. Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
And do male hunters get to wear little booty shorts?
Yes.
We're winning.
Previously, like there were a lot of things about the game that were like gender locked, both like character voices and like physical appearance to like the outfits that you could wear. And now they're just not gender locked at all. Instead, everyone just has access to 2 types of gear, period. two types of, and like you can choose from any of the voices when you make a character. It won't restrict you on the basis of gender at all. There was a thing that people were yelling about when they saw like the betas coming out, but their yelling hasn't changed much. Like so if you want to wear booty shorts, if you want to have a high feminine presenting voice, go for it. Who cares? It's your video game. Have fun.
Hell yeah. We're winning. I love this. I love this for us. I say,
great.
not playing the video game.
It's fine. No worries. I might post some stuff. One of the things that I may have talked about on the show earlier is that I'm not playing on my own gear. My computer was unable to run any of the betas. But a friend of mine who I've hunted with for years now, actually a little over a decade, mailed me their PS5 so that it would arrive here on time. And then I bought the PS5 version of the game as well as PS Plus, which is a scam, by the way. Like, if I'm playing a game online, I understand Sony has to do something on the background, but I don't know if they deserve $20 a month or $10 a month for it. Like, that sounds like nonsense. But I did buy it because I wanted to play with my friends, and it is crossplay. So, like, I am playing on PS5 now, which I've recently learned has just straight up Discord integration, which I did not know. So I might just be able to post stuff into the Discord if I play with it a little bit. We'll see what happens.
Oh, I did know about the Discord integration.
For sure.
It was a big deal. It does not matter to me, though, because I don't play games that require voice chat on PlayStation.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm glad you're having fun.
Same.
I hope you've done a big kill by next week, and you have cool armor to show us.
I have a pretty good armor set right now. Like, I was playing around with stuff. I took like the Guardian Rathalos armor set initially because it looked like the thing that I wanted. But then I fought another monster, which is a spin on a Worlds original, which is the Guardian Ebony Oda-Garen. And the Ebony Oda-Garen armor set has a skill on it that is probably specifically made for dual blades, which is Burst, which makes it so that as your combo extends, like, it will deal increasing amounts of damage. And since I have a 14-hit combo just off of Demon Dance, I think like the lead into it is like another 6. I have a 20-hit combo in my pocket. Like, it's just so much damage. And so I switched over. I farmed the Ebony Oda-Garen like an hour before I showed up here for this. And that was really cool. I'm trying to see if I can find an image of like the armor set so I can share it in this chat. But like Ebony Oda-Garen's armor set looks more like, it looks a lot like Ninja Garb. But this is, I'm getting all the world stuff still.
Aww.
Yeah. I mean,
that's okay. You'll be able to get us a photo. I believe.
Yeah.
By the time this show comes out, there'll be a photo.
Yes, absolutely. It'll be in the Discord. People will be able to see it. But yeah, the monsters look good. The new like mount companion, the Sekret, is also really cool. It has a lot of unique function that is just great for hunting on the run. It is a cool chocobo ass bird looking thing.
But it's not yellow, is it? It's like teal.
By default, it's teal. It's customizable. So you can change like its feather palette and everything. But it like bounds over things. Like there's as I mentioned before, like the ancient civilization was able to defy gravity, and the remnant of which does just have like floating rubble in places. And there's a section where you have to run from a colossally huge dragon-like monster while hopping across this rubble on your bird thing. And that was a very fun sequence.
The bird's like, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
They were absolutely ready for it. They did not ask questions. They said, we're going.
That's so cool. I feel like this bird is like a better companion than a chocobo.
I think it is better than a chocobo because, chocobos do things, but like they aren't companions, is what I've said. Is what I think. Like the Secret is definitely a companion to your story. Like even in like the hunter licenses that you can trade with other people, there are several poses that just include. Well, actually, no, all of them do. I think they include your Palico, which is Lux, by the way, and the Secret. And like in Final Fantasy, like you ride like chocobos and whatnot, but like you don't really become their friend. That's not like the deal. That's not the experience that Square Enix in Final Fantasy has really pitched to anyone. Brian, I believe you made a noise. Brian?
I'm overwhelmed.
That's fair.
I got lost like a half hour ago. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking
about. That's totally fair. Brian,
we went on for like at least 3 years. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. I was definitely going for sure.
Yeah, I'm lost.
Good. No,
there's a new bird companion in Monster Hunter Wilds.
It's a better chocobo, Brian.
It's called Secret. I just posted.
I'm gonna say this with love and all of my heart. I don't want to hear about it.
No, but look at him. He's cool.
I don't care. I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go delete it. I'm gonna get out of the chat.
No, don't delete it. I love this.
I'll send it to you, Teeks. You can have it. It's fine.
Okay, thank you.
I do not want to risk continuing to overwhelm Brian because I know I do that sometimes.
I like its sick fur collar. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is a shot of them brushing it. Actually, here you go.
You can brush it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! Oh my god, this is perfect. Yeah, see, this is what we need. Every video game should come with a horse maintenance simulator in it. Okay, I want the Red Dead Redemption 2 treatment on all mounts going forward in all video games. I want to brush them. I wanna style their little manes and tails. I want to pick new blankets and saddles to go on them. This is what real gamers want. You can't change my mind.
I'm with it. That's right. I gotta update my Secret's palette because I decided because low rank armor is a trap. Like now that I hadn't been like changing my armor at all in like low rank, and the low rank armor it's in all the marketing for like the game.
The promotional materials.
Mm-hmm. But now that I have an armor set that I both like and I think I will use, I do want to try to update my Secret's palette to match. So I might do that this afternoon before I dig more into hunting. It's just like a thing that I can do.
Do it. Yeah.
You're not gonna fight me about it. It's just like, you want to customize your Secret? Yeah, sure, man. Come over here.
They designed this and then they said, okay, I understand. I hear the marketing meeting. They said, okay, we're going to add a mountain to the game. This is what it's going to look like. And they put up one version of it. And someone in that marketing meeting raised their hand and said, what if they could customize it like their Palico? And that was it.
Yeah. It's just like, what if it was blue?
That was someone's entire job for like 6 months.
Yeah.
How color combinations and like little main designs.
Mm-hmm.
God, I love it. I want everyone to know that I have been staying strong and I still haven't played Infinity Nikki.
Jeez.
I'm foaming at the mouth over it, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, I hear that.
I want everyone to know. That streak will likely be broken soon, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, because Twitch is changing their stuff.
That's true.
More people are going to be qualifying for the stuff that was behind for affiliates. Yeah. So more people will be able to get access to like bits and subscriptions and stuff, even if they don't meet like the minimum affiliate stuff, which like sounds cool to me, but also,
yeah, fair.
That's how it goes.
Uh-huh.
Twitch has also changed their rules on highlights, and you can only have 100 hours of highlights, like total. And it turns out Rocky and I have 1,600 hours of highlights.
Right.
So we've been streaming things that are of minimal consequence, so that we can focus on moving all of the highlights over to the YouTube channel, which is something we have.
Yep.
Brian, did you know that the YouTube section has a podcast section now?
I did not know that.
Yeah. We could put the podcast on YouTube if you wanted.
It's true.
How about that?
Anyway.
Yeah. There's another place for people to engage with the hashtag content.
Yeah, I just thought it was neat, that they have like a whole tab now for podcast on like regular channels.
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds neat to me.
Could be cool.
We don't have to do it, but it's just something to consider,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, it is in fact what they call a good idea.
I mean, I have had some good ideas, great ideas even, but we still need me to fucking stop. So,
I don't know where it came from, but it's okay. I'm along for the ride.
All right. Fair enough. Other than that, I've been playing Minecraft. In my off time. I'm back in my pit.
True.
I'm back in the pit of despair. I learned a new skill to make my trip to my pit of despair easier. And that skill is I figured out how to add nether portals to our nether roof. The first thing I discovered was I don't know actually how big a portal needs to be.
Okay.
I built it too short and like long instead, and I didn't think it mattered. It turns out it matters. Who knew? So then I had to make it correctly. I had to tear it all down and then rebuild it correctly. And then so the way it works is you go into the nether and you stand in your portal and you take a screenshot of your coordinates, and then you have to go back up to the nether roof where we have our like little train line set up, and then you build a portal at the same X and Z coordinate, and then you go through that portal to get back to wherever you were originally on like the overworld. And then you go through it again, which will take you into the nether regular location. And then you destroy the portal, and then you just have to leave. Can you guess which part of that process I had trouble with?
Leaving?
Yeah, I got lost. I almost fell. I fell in fire. I almost burned to death, which would have been really bad because I had all of my stuff on me. And I cried a little bit, and then I said, "Can someone come help find me?" And then I made it back home. It turns out the place that the portal initially logged into was like hundreds of feet higher in the air than where the rail system we have is, so I was never going to find it. I was just going to be screwed. So that was fun. Little adventure. I went the wrong direction immediately when I was trying to leave, so now there's a big chunk of our netherworld that's just been explored, and it's me panicking. So yay! But it's been a good time.
Hell yeah.
That's mostly it. I haven't really played any other games,
What about Splatoon?
Oh yeah, no Splatoon. I'm still okay. I'm just okay at Splatoon.
Okay.
I think. I'm working on it though. I picked up a new gun. It's still just a gun. I am still working on the ZF sniper. I'm not super great at it. I'm using tower control mostly to practice because I just want to practice hitting stuff first, Like I can hit stuff in Salmon Run pretty reliably, but like hitting player characters is different than hitting Salmon's where you can sort of predict like where they're going to end up standing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm using tower control specifically because there is one focal point that everyone is trying to hit. So I know where everyone is at least like looking to be, if that makes sense. And it's helpful, but like I seem to be maxing out at like 3 kills, which is not where I want to be. I need to be a lot higher than that.
For sure.
Not entirely sure what the game plan is for improvement after this, but we'll get there, We did it with the Gatling gun. We can do it again. And other than that, it's mostly like because I worked a ton these past 2 weeks because I found a problem at work, and so that means I get to work overtime. Is anyone else working overtime? No, just me? Great, cool. Because everyone else can fix their stuff during the day, and then they're like, well, it's 4 p.m. Time for me to leave, but it's all done, so you can go ahead and do your thing now. And I go, great. And then I try to do my thing, and then I let everyone know at 6 p.m. No, it's not working still. Figure it out. So like because of that, I've been playing a lot of mobile games still, like on my phone. So I'm the zombie last outpost thing. I've gotten pretty far in that. I've unlocked the mall, which I've almost completely cleared out, and now I'm on an island where I rescued a tourist, and I met a boat captain, and there's a guy who's making maps who I'm trying to set up now. It's really chill, honestly. Oh, and also I started last week. I started using a wellness app. Not because I'm trying to do like wellness stuff, but I'm trying to instill a new habit. And I thought that might be a good way to do it.
For sure.
The app is called Finch. I have a little bird. He's my son. I named him Pip. And I am raising him. And I raise him by giving him energy every day to go on a little adventure. And the way I give him energy is by doing things. So I have some like easy tasks, like he only needs like 20 energy to go on a little trip. So I don't have to do my whole list in order for him to go on a little adventure. But like for an easy win for me, I have getting out of bed in the morning. That's just a freebie. And brushing my teeth, which is just a freebie because I just do that. But I've added in that I'm trying to do a little exercise routine every morning. So I have that as like a little goal. And I have a little goal to like floss every other day, which I don't always do, but that's okay. I'm trying. That's the point. The point is some is better than none, right? You know? Any calories are better than no calories, and some flossing is better than no flossing. So we're working on it. But like, that's it. It's really cute. They just kind of like hang out, you know, do a little thing. He goes on a little trip. He's in Tokyo right now. He went on a little trip. He learned about the Very Hungry Caterpillar book, and he decides he hates it, which is so cute. He was like, how come the caterpillar gets to magically eat a bunch of food and then get wings and fly away? And I'm like, well, it's a little more complex than that. He's like, I don't care. That's not fair. I want to just eat a bunch of food and then learn how to fly one day. And so he's like, I don't like this book. But he does like cherries, and it's very cute.
Oh, yeah. Did you know that the book James and the Giant Peach was almost called James and the Giant Cherry?
What?
Yeah. It turns out. Yeah. Roald Dahl was originally writing the book, and it was going to be Giant Cherry, but decided to make it about a giant peach because they figured that the peaches were squishier.
Oh, interesting. I'll allow it. Peaches are squishier, so they're not wrong. You know? But yeah, that's mostly what I'm doing. Lots of just really chill times. Alex is playing that stupid fucking boring game came out again.
Okay.
You know the one? You don't know the one. I'm gonna tell you about it. It's called Kingdom Come Deliverance, and they made a second one of it.
Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, yeah.
Yeah, and it's out.
It's like a medieval knight simulator that has an astonishing amount of accuracy, but it makes things very difficult to actively play.
Yes, and it also is boring as hell to watch. I will say that. Okay, this one started off better. Immediately they were mocked by somebody else, had a bucket of shit dumped on him, and then the little lordling boy ran away because he didn't want to do it anymore. So it's just us trying to solve the problem, which is great. And that honestly, that sounds right to me. But like the game is beautifully rendered, you know?
Yeah.
The grass looks great, the sky, the water, like all that stuff is really fun. Alex was doing something the other night where he was like he was on his way back from somewhere and there was someone in trouble and he's like, I don't know why I can't find this guy to help him. And I'm like, maybe you need a torch out because it's dark. And he was like, I have a torch out. And he was like, no, I don't. And he got a torch out and immediately was a lot easier to see the wolves that were attacking them. Haha. When he walked away, he put the torch away because it was raining and he didn't want to waste it. And I was just like, hey, Alex, I bet you'd have an easier time finding your way back if you had a torch out. And so I've just been like harassing him a little bit like that in the background while he's, doing his job, playing his night simulator game and having a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
He is having a blast. It is very good. There is a lot more cool armor this time. But yeah. It's been neat. We did have a great moment earlier where he went to a bathhouse, because he was gross, covered in blood and shit, right?
Sure.
And she said, what can I, and like the lady at the thing said, what can I help you with? And it just smash cut to him covered in shit. And it's like, what do you think I'm here for? Which was very great. But yeah, it seems like it's more of the same like tone, if that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. I mean, they were famous for a reason.
Yeah. And it's been good.
Mm.
Alex is really, really enjoying himself, which is important. So if you liked the first game and weren't sure about the second game, just get it.
Real.
Yeah. That's it. That's all the updates, I think, on my gaming sector.
For sure. Brian, any gaming updates?
How's the new deck? There's a new between last podcast and this podcast, a new expansion came out for Hearthstone, right?
Yeah.
That is still forthcoming.
Oh, I thought it was out already. When's it out?
March 27th.
Oh, real?
Okay.
You ready with all your gold dust and stuff?
Yeah, I'm good to go. Good to go. But there is, we're getting more and more card reveals.
Anything good?
There is some. There is definitely some silly stuff.
Cool.
Okay. Here's a fun one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Druid legendary minion, 10 mana, 5 attack, 8 health.
Okay.
And it reads as follows: choose thrice. Give all of your other minions +1/+3, or summon a 5/5 ancient with taunt.
Both of those are very good.
Yeah. And considering that there are card interactions that give you both outcomes for your choose cards, and that is asking you to choose thrice.
Right.
That is a time. But the thing that the card that they revealed most recently, that I'm like, I look at it and I'm like, I just see this doing horrible things. It is a recently revealed Demon Hunter card, legendary, 10 mana. It is 6 attack, 12 health, and it reads Rush, Wind Fury, Death Rattle. Deal 1 damage to all enemies. Improves after each attack this minion performs. So you drop this thing out, and it's got Rush, and it's got Wind Fury.
Right.
And so if it has 2 minions to attack on its first turn, now it is going to do 3 damage to all enemies when it dies. So the longer this thing is alive attacking stuff, the worse it gets.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Protect the president. Let's go. That's a fun one, Con.
Yeah, like it. And it will interact with another absolutely horrifying card called Ferocious Fellbat. Ferocious Fellbat is a Demon Hunter card, 7 mana, with 7 attack, 5 health, and he's got a death rattle that reads, resurrect a friendly death rattle minion that costs 5 or more, and then summon a copy of it.
Oh God. Okay.
Yep. So if
that
you build,
that sounds like we're breaking everyone's phones, actually.
yep. So like, let's say you build a deck where the only death rattle cards in your deck are Ferocious Fellbats, and Omen, then that means that every time the Ferocious Fellbat dies, it summons 2 Omens. That's... So if you're playing against a deck style which has like a lot of like swarm, like Hunter or Shaman or Paladin, then they're going to have lots of little tiny critters that you can just like kill with the Omen thing. So that's going to be a time. But yeah, like they've already revealed over half the cards from the expansion. A lot of this stuff looks like super fun. Really, the next thing I'm looking forward to is before the expansion comes out, they did this last time, they have an event where they run a tavern brawl where everybody gets to like open their cards early, and like make decks with their tavern brawl, make tavern brawl decks with their new cards. So like you can't go on ladder yet with the new cards, but you can do it in the tavern brawl space. And I'm like, oh yeah, so I will have field reports on the new expansion earlier than the launch date for the expansion because they're doing that again, which is which is neat.
Yeah, that's a cool idea, actually.
Yeah, totally agree. It's I like it for a couple different reasons. Like one, it gets you a chance to like get into the lab early, and also like pack opening like takes time, and to have that out of the way on launch day is great.
True.
Yep. Oh man. So video games, everybody, they're back.
What do you mean by pack opening takes time? Isn't that all digital?
Still takes time.
There isn't like a one and done command for it?
There's I guess there's an open sum, which is like with Hearthstone, you can now open up to 40 packs at a time, right?
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And like that does save time. And then you have to like go through and make it a dex. And that's probably the thing which is like most time consuming. But before 3 expansions ago, you had to open each pack individually. Which, like, I do not need to see the card turn animation for 5 digital cards for over 100 packs on launch day.
Right.
Please just let me play the video game.
I hear that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
That
So
makes a lot more sense. All right.
Yeah, so I definitely do the multi-pack thing now. Yeah, very soon. But the thing which is more exciting, like I said, is not necessarily the new cards, but is the cards going away. Because it's that time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Video games, everybody.
Video games. They're pretty neat.
Is this a podcast? Have we podcasted?
Yeah, that sounds worth doing.
Well, thank you for coming to the Bread Horse Show, everybody. Rocky, take us home.
Hi, everybody. We are not the Bread Horse Show. This has been another episode of the Impossible Quinn podcast. Thanks for hanging out. Honestly, I know it was kind of gamey at the beginning, but I think we're happy that you stuck with us. If you want to talk to any of us, you can find us on social media. There is technically a Facebook page, but it would be much easier to try to find us on Blue Sky, Tumblr, and I guess maybe Instagram. I spend a lot of time on Instagram nowadays.
We're also on YouTube.
Yeah, we have a YouTube channel. You could. It's mostly the stream highlights and stuff. But if you want podcast stuff there, then talk to us about it. We can figure that out. That can't be that hard. There's music in the beginning and end of the show. It's produced by our friend Bixach. You can find his work at betweenrooms.bandcamp.com. And our logo was designed by Lauren Moran, who remains way too good for us. Still don't know how that really happened, but that's totally cool. You can find her on Patreon as at Lauren Moran. And I think she's also on Blue Sky at Lauren Moran. As we mentioned earlier, we are on Twitch. We stream a couple times a week at twitch.tv/impossiblecoin. I feel like I did a little bit of this out of order. Am I missing something important?
No, I think you got us.
Okay.
I mean, the only thing I would say at this point is that I am 87 years old. Today is my birthday. No one is here with me.
No! we can't do that when everyone
It was our birthday in February, and all of us forgot, and Rocky had to celebrate it all by himself.
I usually celebrate the Impossible Coin anniversary on my own, but our birthday is actually February 17th. The podcast is 8 years old this year. Thank you for sticking with us this year.
Jesus Christ, we've been doing this thing for 8 fucking years.
Well, this is the 8th year. 7 years. So
Yeah, it's 7. This is the beginning of season 8, technically.
Yeah.
Our show is a vaccinated child.
Yeah,
Thank
this show
God.
definitely got its vaccinations, man. Like I've been making sure.
We
Oh my
have
god!
to go to parent-teacher conferences for our podcast.
I would be honored to go to a parent-teacher conference for our podcast. Like, it's important to be involved and to advocate when necessary, and to express gratitude to the people who are looking after our podcast.
The
And it's
great
like,
news.
well,
No,
you
go
know,
ahead.
Impossible Coin is well behaved and demonstrates creative play.
That's
But
great.
Occasionally, Impossible Coin will hit another child in the head and just say "next level, next level, next level," and we don't know.
Everyone has bad days. We understand. It's a behavior we're working on at home. Don't worry. On the plus side, though, I do note that Impossible Coin does have an above average score in reading and media literacy, which is a weird thing for a second grader to know, but good for them. They're also above average in math.
Yeah.
Not sure how that happened.
Nope, I do, and that's fine. Thanks for being here. Guys, do the things so we can go home.
They get that from Rocky.
Yeah.
They better be above average. Average? It's fine. It's okay.
They can't spell. That's my fault. That's what I've contributed.
We're working on it.
Are we? Are we though? I still can't spell. You don't believe me, but I promise. It's real.
The other
anyway.
day, Impossible Coin said, "Why is it that we don't have nap time here in second grade? This is horse shit."
Honestly, second graders should be allowed to nap. I think that should be fine. I don't know if it should be mandated, but I think they should be able to take nap time.
They should get extended recess too.
True.
They are still at an age where they need to prioritize social developmental skills. But no, we need them to take standardized tests so that way they can work jobs that'll be replaced by AI. Also, Impossible Coin was ranting the other day about the bread horse, and we don't know why.
Oh yeah.
The Predator horse, you know what? They were trying to process some feelings. We're really proud of them.
Mm-hmm. They had a big feeling, and they handled it appropriately.
Well, glad somebody is. Man, well, fantastic. Podcasting. Podcasting. You know what? You know what? I'm going out on that. Podcasting.
All right, goodbye. Bye.
You don't know where